I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness.
Okay, pleasant good morning to everybody. Welcome to Montego Bay Community College. This is our information session. It is the start of a new academic year in a time of, serious uncertainties. But guess what? COVID is still here, but the business of education has to go on. And so we have made the necessary adjustments here at Montego Bay Community College. And we are ready to go. And we hope that you too are ready to join us as we journey through this academic year. I want to welcome those who are viewing, our students who have already applied, those who have not yet applied. Applications are still open, so it's not too late for you to apply to Montego Bay Community College. Those parents who have joined us, we welcome you, and we hope that as we go through this session that the information that you need to make the critical decisions you will receive. Just to let you know as well that there will be a question and answer segment. So go ahead, send your questions in the chat. We will respond to them later on in the program. So we are here this morning to make sure that after today, all the information that you need, you will receive. So we want to welcome you to this information session. We have the relevant persons with us, and they will be sharing it with you as we journey through this program. At this time, we are going to pause as we invite the presence of God to be with us. Let us pray. Father, we thank you for a new day. We thank you for the promise that you have made, that you provide a fresh supply of grace for every day. We claim that promise this morning. Bless the Montego Bay Community College. Bless our students. Bless our parents. Bless all those whom we serve. And as we crave your presence in our midst this morning, in Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Thank you very much. Once again, we're very happy that you have joined us. If you have friends, you have other students who should be joining us, send them a message. Tell them that we are live now. We know we must apologize for the late start. We said 10:30. We had some technical difficulties, and so we are off. So in case your friend is not yet on, send them a message so that they can join us. At this time, we're very happy to have our principal, Dr. Maureen Nelson, and she is going to bring a official welcome and greetings, general remarks at this time. We welcome her to the podium.
Thank you, Mr. Warren. Good morning, everyone. Let me first acknowledge some persons in the room this morning who are very important to our information session, and they will be assisting us in sharing the information that you need to know of Montego Bay Community College as we start a new academic year, 2021-2022. The individuals are critical to our offerings here at the institutions, and so I'll introduce you to them. They will individually be presenting their faculty information shortly, so I want you to pay keen attention to their presentation. It is critical to what we do here at the institution. So let me start first by acknowledging and welcoming our vice principals, Vice Principal Academic, Mrs. Walters, who has joined us virtually, Vice Principal Administration, Mrs. Colleen Ricketts-Evans. She is in the room where we are streaming from. Our deans, the Dean for the Faculty of Arts and Sciences, Mrs. Rochelle Linton. Our Dean for the Computer and Technical Studies Faculty, Mrs. Natasha Higgins-Thomas. Our Dean for the Faculty of Business, Mrs. Shirley Grant-Williams. Our Dean for the Faculty of Hospitality, Tourism and Creative Studies, Ms. Jennifer Thompson. Our Dean for the Workforce Division, Mrs. Caroline Spence Robinson, and our chair for the program, or dean for the recruitment, admission, and outreach, Mr. Warren. So these are the deans for the faculties that you'll be hearing from later on. I want to specially welcome, though, Mrs. Julian Mullings, who is the Parish Health Promotion and Education Officer for St. James. And it is indeed timely that we have invited her here for our information session, because she's going to give us some detailed information on the COVID-19 impact, the vaccination blitz and so that is going on. And we have agreed to have a blitz here at Montego Bay Community College. The team from Health, Mrs. Mullins, we want to thank you, have agreed to be here at the college next Thursday. So all our students, all our staff members who have not yet gotten their vaccination, that will be done next Thursday. And she's going to give us some more details. So I want to welcome you, Mrs. Mullings, and thank you for being with us this morning. Ladies and gentlemen, exciting times are ahead for the institution despite all the odds. We are aware of the impact of the COVID-19. I know it's crippling what is happening globally, but education cannot be placed on a pause. So I'm imploring everyone that has joined us virtually, all the students who have applied, all the students who are interested in getting tertiary education, if you have not yet submitted an application for Montego Bay Community College, I'm imploring you to do so now. We will start classes without your CXC results. You do not wait to get your CXC results to apply. We're starting the classes on September the 27th without getting those CXC results. So all the students who have already gotten their registration documents from their various faculties, you need to come onto the campus and handing those documents, make your payment, and then get registered online. And so the institution is imploring everyone out there to get into an institution, the Montego Bay Community College, that University College of Western Jamaica, that is critical to the holistic development of our students. We take you with whatever results you have, and we're going to get you on your career path. So it's important. I'm reiterating, I want you to apply now. Do not wait for your CXC results. It is going to be delayed, and all of us, it's obvious why, because you knew you did your examinations up until July, and they will not be available from the overseas examination until late September, early October. But we are going to start your education process. We're going to start the journey with you. So I'm imploring you to get in your applications if you have not already done so, or if you have gotten in your application, then you need to be communicating with us, because at this time we're asking you to come in for your registration. I should point out though that those students who have applied for our CAPE, those who have not yet gotten their results, they would not have gotten a registration package just yet. What you're getting right now is information for you to participate in our orientation exercise that will start on the 20th of September. So that information will be sent to you. We will process you, we have acknowledged you, and we're going to start getting you simulated with what happens at the institution while we get those results for your CAPE. So, Montego Bay Community College, and why you have chosen this institution, is the institution of choice because of various reasons. The critical reason is that our programs are fully accredited, meaning the University Council of Jamaica has assessed and evaluated the program offerings here at the institution, and they have stamped it with their seal of approval, so the programs are accredited that you'll undertake here at the institution. We have associate degrees, bachelor's degrees, and these are fully accredited, and the details you'll get from your faculty deans shortly. Secondly, we have a flexible payment plan. meaning this is a difficult time financially for parents. I've seen where many parents have been sent home because of the pandemic. They have been placed on rotation. They have been given week on, week off, you name it. And so we have made the payment plan extremely flexible so that I don't want you to use the payment of fees as a factor that is going to indicate you're not starting the program. We have allowed our students to make a deposit for this academic year of only $30,000. All students who are applying to the institution can make a deposit of $30,000 to start the program. And this I'm going to add is that the government of Jamaica is currently allowing the Montego Bay Community College to participate in the K30, in the sixth form pathway program, where a grant is provided in the sum of $60,000 for all students who want to participate in our associate degrees, in our CAP technical programs, in our associate degrees from CCCJ or CAPE program. So there are different pathways, and I'll just quickly tell you the different pathways and what you need to have to get into the program and get the $60,000. Because what it would mean, if the fees, like right now our fees are $145,000 for our business associate degree, and you pay $30,000, the government pays $60,000 for you. That is $90,000 out of that $145,000 cleared from the fees. So it's only $55,000 that will be left that you could pay later on in the semester, because we have semesterized the payment where you can pay in semester 1, pay some amount in semester 2. And you can make special arrangements depending on your financial situation. So let me briefly tell you about the government K-13 sixth form pathway program that is critical to you getting a $60,000 grant taken off your fees. There's pathway 1A, where the students who are applying for our CAPE program must, at this sitting of the examinations that they did in July, August of 2021, must pass English and math, English language and mathematics, and 3 other subjects to get into our CAPE program. So if you have applied for the CAPE program, you have done your English language and your mathematics and 3 other subjects, and you have passed those 5 subjects, $60,000 is taken off the fees. So Mrs. Mullins, I know you have a daughter who is interested in the sciences. So all she needs to do is ensure she clears those 5 subjects, and $60,000 is off your fees to be paid. This is for the CAPE students. That is pathway 1A. Pathway 1B is for the students who have applied for our associate degrees, and the associate degrees are in business, hospitality, clothing and fashion design, culinary arts, architecture and construction technology, engineering, management information system, social work, criminal justice and psychology. So these are the associate degree that Montego Bay Community College offers, that you can get $60,000 paid from those fees. In addition, the students who have applied for the occupational associate degrees, we had a restaurant management last year, $60,000 will also be taken off their fees. So these are 2 categories of students that will be able to benefit from this $60,000. There's the pathway 2, and these are the students now that will go into our technical skills area. The students who are interested in cosmetology, the students who are interested in customer engagement, and the students who are interested in our marketing and sales skills area, NCT VET, these students too will have $60,000 taken off their fees. I don't even think there's a balance left, Mrs. Evans, when the government pays the $60,000 for them. There's just a minimal registration fee of $5,000. So the information is for all those students who are aligned to the institutions that the ministry has given to Montego Bay Community College. And I'm going to name the institutions so that you are aware that these associate degrees, these CAPE offerings, these technical skills area are available for you at Montego Bay Community College. The institutions are Herbert Morrison, Mount Alvernia High, Merlin Otti High, Cornwall College, Green Pond High, Hopewell High, Mobay High, Russey's High, Irving High, Holland High, Mushet High, Spot Valley High, St. James High, and William Knibb High. So these institution students haven't completed their grade 11. You have that opportunity to attend Montego Bay Community College and get $60,000 cleared from your fees. I'm reiterating it because I know the challenges parents are having, and you must be aware, parents that have joined us, listen keenly and make use of this opportunity. And again, I'm saying, do not delay the start for your tertiary education. I also want to inform the students that with the pandemic, our approach for our learning is going to be basically online for this semester. We wanted a blended approach. But as you're aware of what Delta is going on, this variant out there, it is placing restrictions on us at the institution. And because of that, we had started out planning to have some face-to-face and some online, because we knew the challenges that the students experienced last year with online-only classes. So we were trying our very best to make it, and hopefully, and Mrs. Mullins will tell us a little later, if we can get this variant under control and we just do the things that we must do, and one thing that I'm going to implore us all to do is to get vaccinated. That's the only solution for the country right now. We have seen globally what it has been able to do for those countries who have gotten their population vaccinated. We are going to have the blitz here next Thursday, and I'm imploring, the government has not mandated it. What the Minister of Education, Favour Williams, said is that 65% of students must be vaccinated to have face-to-face, and they have still not settled on that, so we're following those guidelines. But I am appealing, I am begging all our students who are going to be doing practical courses in particular, get your vaccination done. Because it would mean that we'll have you coming on campus to get the practicals, to get the labs, to get you out in the field for the land surveying in your classes. So I'm imploring you to get the vaccination done. I also want to encourage our students too that when you get into the institution, there are going to be opportunities for you to get scholarships. And these scholarships will allow you to have some of your fees deducted, and some persons at times all the fees are deducted if they are awarded these scholarships. These scholarships have been advertised and they'll be continually advertised for you so you can complete the applications form. We try our very best to get other partners with us to assist us in scholarship for students. Unfortunately, we got the Jamaica lands in the USA to provide some scholarship for students. And that is going to be available for this academic year among the other scholarships that would have been affording students over the years. So I want you to look out for that as well. Another important thing is that we have students who perform outstandingly placed on the principal's honor roll. And now what that is, it means that if you get a GPA of 3.2 or higher, a BA+ average, you are going to be placed on the principal's honor roll. And I know this is a motivation for a lot of our students, because many of you are coming from communities where you are the only ones in your family that is getting the opportunity for tertiary education. And if you can maximize the opportunities here and be placed on the principal's honor roll, it is going to impact that community significantly. So I'm going to tell you now that when you get into the programs from day one, from September the 27th, where we are going to start the classes, I want you to jump at it, get in your good grades, work hard, work together as a team, and you will get the grades that will place you on the principal's honor roll. I want to close by saying that we had sent information out to the students, as I'm hoping the parents are listening as well, to have our orientation on the 13th of September, which is next Monday. However, because of the lockdown days that we are experiencing, a number of things have been impacted. So students were not able to collect packages on Monday, on Tuesday of this week for the registration to be completed for next Monday. So everything is going to be pushed back by a week, and we are hoping and praying that we will not have lockdown days on the 27th as well, so that is pushing us back again further than the 27th for classes. So the change that I'm making, the changes that I will make now, is that orientation will have to be pushed back by a week. And pushing back orientation by a week is also pushing back the start of our classes. So orientation will move from the 13th and the 14th of September to September the 20th and the 21st. These are going to be placed on our website. And I know, Mr. Warren, you said that this is there for them to go back and look at if they want to. So the information is going to be there. And it's because we're challenged by operating with just 2.5 days on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday half day. And so we're pushing back the orientation. I'm imploring everyone now to come in, bring in their registration documents, get registered, so that we can have the orientation on the 20th and the 21st for our students. It is important that this is cleared and you share the information with your friends. We want you here. We know how important you are to us. We are a caring institution. We have some staff members, both all the academic staff members, the administrative staff members, the ancillary staff members, who are extremely dedicated to the successes of this institution. We have maintained our standard of excellence, and we will continue despite all the odds. We have put in the resources in place so we can stream these events to you. We can have you participate in your classes quite easily because we have expanded our bandwidth on the campus. I look forward in you joining the MBCC family. It is my pleasure to welcome you to the team, to the family, and I want you to share the information. I want you to act now. I want to see you as my student come September the 27th. So I look forward to you putting some questions in the chat, as indicated by Mr. Warren, and you will get more information throughout this session from the various faculty deans. I wish you all the best and continue to remain safe. God bless you all. Have a wonderful day.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Nelson, for that comprehensive presentation. And just to remind you, she said that applications are still open. I am monitoring the chat and I see some people asking that question. Applications are still open. Don't wait on your results. We are going to start classes even before you get your CXC results. We have made provisions for that. So apply. And we will work with the results and move forward from there. She again says that, you know, arrangements are made for financial assistance from the government, that those K30 programs. So I see you're in the chat, you're asking, you know, parents not working, fees, where you're going to get the fees. There are opportunities. And we are saying, we are repeating it because we know. We like to say, if we may know. We are making sure that you know. And the good thing about YouTube is that you can go back. If you miss anything, you can replay so that you will not miss critical information. Thank you very much again. I see the numbers going up. Send it to your friends. Tell them that we are on. They need to join us for this information session. We're going to move on. Before we get to the faculty presentation, I know you want to hear from your dean. We have with us Mrs. Gillian Grandison Mullings, the Parish Health Promotion and Education Officer from the Western Regional Health Authority, and she's here to speak to us about the issue of COVID and vaccination. Very important, because we want to get through this pandemic. We want to get to the other side. So she's going to share with us, and then later on we get to the faculty. Welcome, Mrs. Mullings.
Pleasant morning to you all. Thank you so much for the invite. Dr. Nelson, thank you so much. I am a part of this family. Yes, I did my bachelor's here, right, in HR, so I am a part of this family. My son is currently a student here, and my daughter is coming in, so I should be here, and my husband plays a very significant role also, but it is a pleasure being here, and thank you so much for the invite. I know I don't have a lot of time, so I'm just going to get right into it. Now, COVID-19 is something that we have been grappling with for a while. On March of 2020, March 10th to be specific, we formally confirmed the first case of COVID-19, and we have been really working with it. Now, briefly, COVID-19 is a part of a family of viruses. So we hear about coronavirus and we hear about COVID-19. And sometimes persons use those two terms interchangeably. But I want to just bring some clarity. The coronavirus is a family of viruses. So when we have the common cold, that's a coronavirus. When we have the swine flu or the bird flu, those are coronaviruses. So therefore, COVID-19 is like a new addition to the family. COVID-19 is also coronavirus, and it's a new addition. We have never had that strain before, and so it takes a little time for us to get accustomed and to understand the virus. Now, the virus presents itself just like regular flu viruses, with headache and fever and sore muscles and, that feeling of lethargy. COVID-19 presents the same thing. But in addition, COVID-19 also presents with a loss of taste and loss of smell. So those are two symptoms that we tend to use as an earmark for COVID-19 to determine or to really realize whether or not you're having COVID-19 or it is just a regular flu. Now, the virus is transmitted, by really close contact when it is that body fluid, especially saliva, is passed on from one person to the other. And this can be done in a lot of ways. Somebody can sneeze or cough, and without covering, they tend to pass on that on the surfaces or on persons directly, and so it is transmitted. And so the reason why we are told to wear a mask and to hand sanitize as frequently as possible, as well as stay our physical distance. Now, on March 10th, 2021, exactly 1 year since we discovered the first case, we started with vaccination. All right, significant. Now, a lot of persons are skeptical about the whole vaccination thing, what it's about, and you hear all the theory, and so we're going to go into some myths and facts in a little bit, but I just want to plug it in here that vaccination is very important. It's very important. Jamaicans, we have survived on vaccination from before we know ourselves. All right? Each Jamaican, or most Jamaicans, would have had a little scar on the shoulder. Vaccination. And I'm proud to say at this point that Jamaica is boasting one of the highest vaccination rate globally, basically, because even a couple of years ago when the US had an outbreak of measles, we didn't have to worry because we are covered. We are that much covered. So vaccination is not something new to Jamaicans, and so I can understand the skepticism, but I am fully vaccinated. I've got vaccinated on the 1st of March, the 10th of March, 2021, and I am fully vaccinated. I am still alive. I don't see any tail growing anywhere, and I don't have any additional limbs or anything. I am fine. A little tired, but I am fine. And I'm sure I am not the only one. My entire family has at least their first vaccine. All right, so it is something that I would recommend that you take consideration of. Now, when you take the vaccine, currently we have 3 different vaccines available. Now, sometimes when persons present and they come and they want the vaccine, and I said to them, what vaccine would you like? They say, let me see, should I take the AstraZeneca or should I take the Pfizer? And I would respond, miss, this is not ice cream that you're not selecting an ice cream flavor. I'm just asking you which vaccine you want. So just a little light moment there. But yes, we have 3 vaccines. We have the Pfizer, we have the AstraZeneca, and we have the Johnson & Johnson 1 dose. Now, persons will ask which ones are more effective and which one should I take. So I'm just going to give you a little bit of information there about the 3 vaccines, and so you will make your decision. For the most part, you will know what it is that you will take. Now, the AstraZeneca, I'll start with the AstraZeneca because the AstraZeneca is the one that we started first in Jamaica. The AstraZeneca currently presents about 90% coverage. It is a 2-dose vaccine, and it is taken 8 to 12 weeks apart. Okay? I will go to the Pfizer. The Pfizer vaccine, recently we started using the Pfizer. That is also a 2-dose vaccine. The Pfizer vaccine presents about 95% coverage, and it is taken 21 days apart. Do I need to tell you about the Johnson & Johnson? Everybody knows that the Johnson & Johnson is a 1 dose. So one time, you're jabbed one time, and that's it. But that presents about 86% coverage. All right, so that the three vaccines. All 3 vaccines, they do the same thing. They are safe and they are effective against the fight of COVID-19. All 3 vaccines, they have some side effects which are similar. You'll find that you may have a little fever, a little headache, you may have a little soreness of muscles, and the sweetest part for me is that it makes you sleepy. I enjoy that part very much. Right? But within 24 hours, you should be feeling really fine. What we suggest is that shortly after taking the vaccine, that you take some Panadol, paracetamol, or Cetamol, and you take 2 every 6 hours for about 24 hours, and you should be fine. That is whether or not you're having side effects. There are some what we call adverse side effects that we ask you to look out for, and if you feel that you're having these adverse side effects, that you make contact with the health department or your doctor. These are inclusive of shortness of breath, or if you're having increased heart rate, if you're having facial swelling, or if you're having rash all over the body, if you're having diarrhea or vomiting, we ask that you make contact with your health provider or the health department. Just let them know you took the vaccine and this is how you're feeling. We encourage that you drink a lot of liquid, a lot of fluid, and also take your rest. I am encouraging as much as possible. You are college students now, and I'm encouraging you, please get your vaccine if you haven't yet done so. The Pfizer vaccine is administered to 12 years and older, all right? But once you're 18, you can take the AstraZeneca or the Johnson & Johnson 1 dose. You can also take the Pfizer, but the Pfizer is reserved for the persons who are 12 years and older. We, the Ministry of Health and Wellness, will be here at the Montego Bay, the prestigious Montego Bay Community College on Thursday, and we'll be starting vaccination at 10 o'clock, and we should go until 4. However, the documentation process, it tends to take a little time, and so we are going to be here from about 8:30, where we'll be doing the process of registration and so on. So the process of vaccination, it's in 4 parts. It's registration, it is education, it's vaccination, and then we have to observe you for 15 minutes. Most persons don't really feel the jab when they get it. A lot of persons are afraid, but there's nothing really to be afraid of. My daughter, she was terrified about needles. She went and she got her jab all by herself, and she's good. All right, so I'm encouraging everyone, please come out. For the adults, because we don't want to miss out on anybody. For adults, we want you to take with you your TRN number, your TRN card, and a ID. All right, so whether it is a voter's ID or your passport, or for those who are very much ahead of time, your driver's license. Once you have your driver's license, we don't need the TRN. The TRN is actually on the driver's license. So if you have your driver's license, that's all we need from you. But if you don't have a driver's license, we need a TRN and an ID. For children that is below the age of driver's license, we would want either your school ID or a birth certificate, and you must be accompanied by an adult. All right? So we are really looking forward for you to turn up, but just basically, a little bit, I'm just going to go into some myths because these questions are being asked and persons are very skeptical, and so we want to put it out there. We want you to get some information so you can make your decision. Now, I know that this information is being projected, so I'll just go through it quickly while you follow. Now, the first myth that we have is that the COVID-19 vaccine is not safe because it was developed too quickly. I know that persons have that whole myth. But listen, remember, the first thing I said is that the COVID-19 is from a family of coronaviruses, and coronaviruses have been around for a long time. So the basic foundation of the vaccine is not new. It's not new, because remember, in the earlier days of the COVID-19, they were wondering if this was the SARS or the NERS or the MERS or whichever one of those respiratory illnesses, because it mimicked that at first. But it is a COVID-19, and it represents some similar side effects and signs and symptoms as the others, as I mentioned before. The vaccine has been proven to be really safe and effective. It has gone through the similar rigorous processes, and so at this time a year later, yes, I think it is safe to say that we can take the vaccine. We also have a myth that says the COVID-19 vaccine will alter my DNA. No, that doesn't happen. The COVID-19 vaccine, it does not interact with your DNA or affect it in any way. So as I mentioned before, you're not going to grow any extra limbs or any extra digits or anything like that if you don't have them before. All right? Another myth is that the COVID-19 vaccine includes a tracking device. With the level at which persons are actually dying from COVID, if a tracking device will save me, I will take the tracking device. My personal opinion. But no, the vaccine does not have a tracking device. It doesn't have a microchip in it. You don't have to worry about that. Some ladies are wondering, will I be able to have babies after I have taken the vaccine? No, you don't have to be worried about that. We have vaccinated persons who are pregnant. We have vaccinated persons who are breastfeeding. So you don't have to worry about that. There is no evidence to show that the vaccine will interfere with your ability to produce. Another myth is that once you have taken the vaccine, that you can and would be diagnosed with COVID-19 virus. That too is not true. If you have already had the COVID-19 virus, you still need to take the vaccine, as it is not known how long natural immunity will last. So we have that question. Persons will come and say, I have been infected with COVID-19 virus. Should I continue? Should I take the vaccine? The answer is yes. As soon as you are properly recovered, if you're not having any fever, any cough, anything like that, and you're feeling well, yes, you can take the COVID-19 vaccine. And it does not cause you to become COVID-19 positive. Now, I want to say at this point that taking the COVID-19 vaccine does not make you immune to the virus. It doesn't mean that you will not and cannot get and pass on the virus. The purpose of the COVID-19 vaccine is to reduce the impact of the virus should you become exposed. Recently, a member of my family who is fully vaccinated contracted COVID-19, but she just had a little cough and, a little fever here and there. No, basically she's recovered. The fact is that the COVID-19 vaccine, it really strengthens your system. And so it's not to say that you won't get it, you won't be able to pass it on, but it really strengthens your system to the extent where it reduces serious illnesses and also hospitalization, and in essence, we hoping and yes, we believe that it will reduce COVID-related deaths. So, do you want to take the vaccine? Do you think that you need to take the vaccine? I believe you do. All right? We need to get back to life. We need to get back to some resemblance of what we had before. All right? So I want to encourage all of you again. Please encourage your family, your friends, and your loved ones to get the vaccine, and let's get back to life. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Mullins, for that information. Yes, there's so much misinformation out there, so you need information. What we have given you is not misinformation, it's real factual information. And you know, I have gotten my vaccine shots, and both of them, and someone gave me well, my mother was waiting to see if I would be okay before she took her shots. And since I have not fallen down dead, she has taken her first shot. I was supposed to take her today to get her second shot. But I've asked somebody to do it since I have to be with you. And so vaccines are, she's 87 and she's taking her vaccine. And you are young, you can take the vaccines too. You will be quite fine. Thank you very much, Mrs. Mullins, for that information. And I'm monitoring the chat again. We note that because of the lockdown, we have difficulties and we have to be making adjustments. So students can become a little bit disoriented. But guess what? Whatever adjusted important dates that we will make, they will be sent to you via email and they will be posted on the college's website. So monitor, and on our Instagram page as well. So the adjusted important dates will be sent to you and will be uploaded to the college's website. So we need to hear now from our academic deans. You have applied to particular programs and you want to hear about those programs. You have not yet applied, you are thinking about what should I do, you'll be hearing from the deans and the programs on offering, and so you can make that decision. So we're going to welcome to the microphone at this time the Dean for the Faculty of Computer and Technical Studies, Ms. Natasha Higgins Thomas, and she's here with us at this time.
Good afternoon, everyone. Yes, it's afternoon. As mentioned, I'm Mrs. Higgins Thomas, the Dean for the Faculty of Computer and Technical Studies. The mission of the faculty is, through meaningful partnerships with other institutions, the continuous development of staff and the use of relevant and current technologies, prepare students for meaningful engagements in academia and industry. So the Faculty of Computer and Technical Studies specializes in providing students with the foundation that is required for the next generation of professionals needed in engineering, computing, construction, and architecture. So we have a number of programs in the faculty, and as our principal, Dr. Nelson, mentioned, all of these programs have been accredited by the UCJ. We have the 2-year Associate of Science degree in Architectural and Construction Technology, and that is a CCCJ Associate Degree Program. We also have the Associate of Science degree in Management Information Systems, we call MIS. that program is a computing program. So the students will do a combination of computing and business related courses. So courses such as programming, accounts, math, management, etc. We also have the Associate of Science degree in engineering. So this is a 2-year program. The first year, the students will do foundation engineering courses and mathematical or support courses. In the second year, the students will continue with more advanced engineering courses, but they also are able to specialize in terms of electives to choose either electrical engineering or mechanical engineering. We also offer the bachelor's degree in management information systems. That is a 2-year program. For students to be accepted into that program, they would have had to complete the associate degree in MIS or another accredited computing degree. This year, we are piloting a 1-year certificate in automobile repairs, and that is being done in conjunction with the Red River College out of Canada. So we have 4 students this year who will be participating in that auto program. The classes will be done online. They will be facilitated by the instructors in Canada. So the students will be taught by the Canadian instructors. In terms of scholarships, we have 2 scholarships available to students going into the second year of the associate degree programs. We have the Giuseppe Mafisanti Scholarship available to the students in architecture and construction technology as well as the engineering program. And we have the Alfred Sangster Scholarship for students who are in the management information systems programs. Whereas the college has a principal's honor roll, we have in the faculty the dean's list. Students who will be on the dean's list are students who would have a GPA of 3.0 or above at the end of their first year in their program of study. Applications are still open, as was mentioned before, and so we look forward to welcoming you into the Faculty of Computer and Technical Studies. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Higgin-Thomas, for representing the Faculty of Computer and Technical Studies. I know you are out there, you might have further questions. You post them in the chat. I'm going to ask my deans to monitor the chat and to pick out those questions that are relevant to your faculty, and so that we can redirect you to them to you later on in the program. I know students are worried. There are so many students in the chat they have not yet received their packages. But we are getting to you. Some of the applications came in earlier than others, and so the processing of the early ones would go up before the later ones. So the deans are in the process of reviewing all the applications, responding to you. So you will receive a package very soon. The email address for the faculties will be given to you. So if you are having any challenge, you send that email to the faculty and they will respond to you as well. I know year 2 students are worried about they have certain questions, they have queries. We'll be having a year 2 information session. Since you are part of our IT system, management system, we will have that session on the Teams network, so you will hear from us read that process. So the year 2 and the year 4 students, you will hear from us read that information session. We're going to welcome to the microphone at this time the Dean of the Faculty of Hospitality and Creative Studies, as she shared with us this morning.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome. I am Jennifer Thompson, Dean for the Faculty of Hospitality, Tourism, and Creative Studies, where we stand by our motto, which is passion and excellence. Our goal is to create a unique brand of excellence through innovative programs, a dynamic and committed staff, and community integration. Now, in this ever-changing world of opportunities, challenged with COVID, new COVID protocols, the faculty team is even more driven and committed to creating a more sustainable workforce, creating new dynamic entrepreneurs, and ultimately first-class hospitality employees, fashion designers, and certified culinarians. Now, I know you must be excited about that. We try to ensure that our students are engaged, and we offer a number of programs to facilitate this. Our programs include an associate degree in hospitality and tourism management, and that's a 2-year program. You're able to select a major in your second year, and their options are food and beverage, accommodations, and travel and tourism. When you've completed the associate degree in hospitality and tourism management, you're able to move on to an additional 2 years to complete the bachelor's in hospitality and tourism management. Now, that program offers 2 majors, hospitality or tourism. Now, the beauty about that program is that students who actually pursue the associate degree in culinary arts are able to complete that in 2 years and move on to the bachelor's program. They will have to complete 4 bridging courses. And if you find that you have any concerns about that, any challenges at all, and how you're going to be completing the bridging courses, we have a dynamic team who will be able to sit with you and work through with you. Any challenges that you have, whether it is moving on from 1 year, trying to deal with the courses that perhaps you may need to repeat, that you have failed, which I'm sure that doesn't apply to anybody on this platform today. You're all going to be coming in and doing exceptionally well. We also have an associate degree in fashion designing. Now, we recently hosted our very first virtual fashion show, and I encourage you, look for it on YouTube. It's coming soon. It's fabulous. I'm sure you're going to be so engaged and wondering if it really Montego Bay Community College, but I assure you, we have the skills, we have the talent, we have the persons to lead in that area, so please look out for that. Persons who are interested in fashion designing, please apply. Now, our students continue to perform exceptionally well, earning dual certification through HEART and the American Culinary Federation. Our areas of studies naturally has a number of practicals, and I'm sure you may be concerned about that. How do you decide to go into hospitality? How do you complete the programs with all the practical courses that you must do? Now, believe me, that's a concern for all of us. With the restrictions, we know we cannot meet face-to-face, but we continue to trot on, and we're engaging you online as much as possible. So we're getting you prepared, so when we are able to meet face-to-face, you are ready, determined to accomplish all the goals that you set, and we're here to work with you. Please rest assured that all the protocols that we need to have in place are in place, and we will continue to adjust when adjustments are required to ensure that you are safe when you actually come in. Now, our students are renowned for their skills, determination, and commitment, and I think you know this. That is why you're actually on this platform with us today. And their success in their chosen field confirms this. Speak to your friends, your family. I'm sure you hear about MBCC and you hear about the Faculty of Hospitality. The faculty created a support system which is called a study support. Now, we know students will oftentimes have challenges with different courses, and that is what that study support is for. It engages students who are having challenges with some courses. We find assistance for them, and we try to ensure that they complete it. Now, in recognition of our students' work, we offer the following awards. The Dean's List. If you maintain a GPA of 3.2 or above, we also have a Trailblazer Award if you actually have a GPA of 3.7 and above. We also recognize students who participate in conversational Spanish because, you know, we're in hospitality. Now, I know you know the Patois very well. English is something you're looking at. We offer Spanish here. We also offer Mandarin here. And I'm sure moving on, there's going to be a lot more. I'm sure when you're on campus, parents, guardians, you're able to even offer suggestions. You may find that we want to look at French. We've offered French here. We want to look at other areas as well. We have a number of clubs which support the faculty offerings. These include Tourism Action Club, Culinary Arts Club, Fashion Club, among others. When you're on campus, whether physically or you're actually engaged face-to-face online, please join the clubs. There are a lot of things that you can do where you don't have to go in, you participate, you create new ventures. That's what you want to do. With the advent of COVID-19, the hospitality team is committed to finding new ways, creative ways in reaching our students, maneuvering this virtual platform. And believe me, we're all trying to maneuver. It is no safe era where we all know exactly what we're doing. So I encourage you, stay with it, stay with us. This is a continuous process and we can only do this together. I encourage you to reach out to us if you are experiencing any challenges. Don't sit at home, you don't have any access, you have no internet access. Please, I'm sure you have a contact information for lectures. You also have a faculty email, which is F as in faculty, HCTS @mbcc.edu.jm. That is also on the site as well, so you'll be able to find it. The faculty team looks forward to meeting you, engaging you on the virtual platform, and stand ready to support you as best as we can. Thank you for making the right choice, the best choice, and send in your applications if you have not done so. Again, the faculty email is F for faculty, HTCS, the acronym for the faculty, @mbcc.edu.jm. Again, welcome, welcome, welcome. It's good to be here. It's good to be alive. It's great that we're able to meet here today, be virtually. I encourage you to remain safe and do not give up hope. Come be a part of the hospitality family. Talk soon. Be safe. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Thompson, for representing the Faculty of Hospitality and Creative Studies. The good thing about YouTube, as I said again, if you miss any information, you can replay. You know, this, we might be here for, you know, we're trying to be here for 2 hours maximum. Everything might not be relevant to you, so you can scroll through later on. When your parents get home, they might want to watch. Encourage them to watch so that we can get all the information that we need. We're going to move on now to the Faculty of Business. We're going to get down to business. And to get down to business is Mrs. Grant Williams, the Dean of the Faculty.
Good afternoon, everybody. Checking if it's on. It's on? Okay. All right, so I want to welcome prospective students and their families to the Faculty of Business and General Studies, affectionately called BizHype. Now, I heard Ms. Thompson speak, and I heard Mrs. Thomas speak, and Mrs. Linton is going to speak just after me, and everybody, their department is the best. Well, the reality is that whether you become a doctor, a lawyer, something engineer, an architect, no matter what it is that you, an agriculturalist, whatever you become, you still have to do some area of business. So I can boast that every single one of my lecturers teaches in at least one other faculty. I teach in 3 faculties. All right, so welcome everybody. So what's our vision? We are committed to the delivery of quality business education, preparing well-rounded individuals with a focus on promoting business innovations, and creative ideas. Our mission statement: to engage meaningfully with other institutions through partnerships, strategic alliances to produce innovative and ethical leaders who are creative, socially responsible, and who add value to Jamaica and the world. And I just want to add, because you might ask, how do we achieve this? Not how will we, but how we do achieve this. And that is through a team of dedicated, caring, and competent lecturers who are student-centered and always strive for excellence and student success. So the programs, or two major programs: the Associate of Science degree in Business Administration, which is a CCCJ program, and it's the first 2 years of the 4-year Council of Community Colleges of Jamaica degree program. Our entry requirements: 5 CSEC subjects, General 1, 2, and 3, including English language, math, and accounts is an asset. However, as Dr. Nelson mentioned before, this year, once you have sat 5 CXCs, including English and math, you will be accepted to the program. And then we have the Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, CCJ, and that's the 3rd and 4th year of the bachelor's program. Entry requirements: the Associate of Science degree in Business Administration or equivalent qualification. And the majors that we offer: accounting, finance, management, human resource management, and marketing. Okay, so what are the careers that you can get into? You can become an accountant, an auditor, financial advisor, marketing consultant, digital marketing specialist, a forensic accountant, financial controller, financial managers, HR managers, and cost and management accountants. And believe me, the list is almost inexhaustive. So let's go on to some of the highlights of the faculty. Now, we spoke about well-rounded students. So we don't just want students who are academically inclined, but students who can do other things. And for the last 3 years, well, we didn't have sports day last year, but for the last 3 years, the faculty has been the champion for 2018, 19, and 20. Thank you, Ms. Thompson. All right. So in addition to that, as I said, we want well-rounded students. We have a Young Accountants Association, a very, very vibrant club. And these students have taken on social responsibility, really, really important, and have donated food, money, and toiletries to the St. James Infirmary and to various children's homes over the past 5 years. It allows them to network with practitioners in the industry, so that the practitioners are actually brought in to speak to them at their meetings. And although we're virtual, the club is still a very vibrant club. And that's their initiation, the ceremony. All right, we also have a dean's list, and that's what our pin looks like, for students who achieve a GPA of 3 and over. All right, some other things that we do. We have an annual subject award. Usually we have that award function in about March, and all our top students for all our subjects, all the subjects for the semester, those students are given awards, certificates, and gifts. Now, we said that our associate degree, we're not about just academics. Our associate degree and our bachelor's degrees are actually applied degrees, meaning that we expect the students to practice. So the students are required to do 6 in the summer, 6 weeks of work experience. Obviously, because of COVID, that has been put on hold, but we are hoping that come May next year, the students will be able to go out on work experience again. All right? Small business management, again, I said it's an applied degree, so we're not just teaching the students how to operate a business, but the students are actually required to raise their own capital, start a business, and operate it. And I have to say that last school year, because we were virtual, the students were so creative, so innovative, and did so well in their businesses. All right, we have other special functions such as our business conference that we have at the end of the year. Again, all of these were done virtually because we could not meet with the students. Those students you see, those persons you see they're speaking, these are all past students who we asked to come back and to sometimes just give testimonials and to talk to the students. All right, so all those are past students. And 2 years ago, the school had a Mr. and Miss MBCC. I have to say that both the Mr. and the Miss MBCC were from the Faculty of Business. All right, just before I go on to the staff, I want to talk a little bit. Dr. Nelson spoke about scholarships, but I'm so proud of my faculty because each year the faculty tries to raise money on its own to assist students in the faculty. And the contributors are faculty alumni, some persons are friends of the faculty, and the members of staff of the faculty. Last year we were able to raise $330,000, which was used to assist 6 students in the faculty. And here I have my team of dedicated staff. Okay, our email address, fbgs@mbcc.edu.jm. And that address is monitored daily, so you can send your questions and somebody will respond to you. So we look forward to seeing you soon, seeing you in quotes, soon, and just encourage you to put in your applications early. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Grant Williams. I see that Leslie Boyne in the chat is drinking the same Kool-Aid that you are drinking. He says best department, amazing leadership and lecturers. Is your? Okay, okay, all right. So, you know, I was right when I said she was drinking the same Kool-Aid. Well, thank you very much for that information. And now we go to the final academic faculty, and that's my faculty. I'm going to bring on my dean, Mrs. Porter Linton of the Faculty of Arts, Natural and Social Sciences.
Good afternoon, everyone. Just working out our technical kinks, ladies and gentlemen. To all our individuals in the virtual space, I'd like to say hello and welcome. And I stand here as a proud past student of the Montego Bay Community College. And it was just the other day that I was in pre-university arts. Just the other day that I was a student in the pre-university arts program. Therefore, I am, shall we say, positioned to speak to you about our Faculty of Arts, Natural and Social Sciences. And I'd like to take this opportunity to welcome you all to this, our Faculty of Arts, Natural and Social Sciences, also known as FANS. And when I'm finished with you, I hope you will be a fan of ours. And let me just tell you, the email address is FANSS
at mbcc.edu.jm. It's still giving me problems. Just give me a second. Why is it doing that? Hold on, come off that, come off that, come off that. Just a minute, ladies and gentlemen, a little bit of technical difficulties. Scroll down to the down. Okay, hold on. It's not scrolling down. Scroll down. Right, here we go. This one. Ladies and gentlemen, the people in here don't believe it was just the other day that I was there. They think it's a long time, but I'm being just yesterday. Are we seeing this week? So I'd like to take this opportunity to welcome you to the Faculty of Arts, Natural and Social Sciences. And in this faculty, we offer a wide variety of courses to meet the multifaceted needs of our students. These courses include our preliminary science program. This is a one-year University of the West Indies program, and our students usually matriculate to the faculties of medical sciences, engineering, and other faculties at the University of the West Indies. We offer 3 Caribbean Advanced Proficiency Examination programs. These are our CAPE programs, and we offer diverse subject options with these programs. Pre-University Arts offers CAPE subjects in the humanities and social sciences. Pre-University Science offers subjects in the natural sciences, while Pre-University Business offers CAPE subjects in the social sciences. The faculty also offers 3 exciting and highly successful full-time associate degree programs in social work, criminal justice, and psychology. In addition to the full-time programs, we cater to the needs of our working students who benefit from training for their personal and professional development. These are offered in the continuing education division. The faculty has a history of academic excellence in our varied programs. For the 2020 sitting of the Caribbean Advanced Proficiency Examination, CAPE, 313 candidates were entered for 17 subjects, and the pass rate was an astounding 95%. This is well above the national average, and the quality of the passes was also commendable, as 13 subjects recorded 60% and higher of the cohort achieving distinctions and credits. Students from the faculty have the distinction of being placed among the best in Jamaica and the Caribbean based on their performance in CAPE. Despite the challenges of the last academic year, the following students still excelled and were placed among the top 10 performers in the Caribbean. Soini Alexander was first place in Jamaica and the Caribbean for Environmental Science Unit 1. Kalia Lawrence was 4th place for Environmental Science Unit 1, and Zondria Bryant was 9th place in Geography Unit 1. We have a tradition of sending the largest number of students to the University of the West Indies annually. This year is no exception, as a large percentage of the students were accepted to UWI in competitive disciplines. Some students received favorable responses prior to the sitting of their second-year examinations, and we are truly proud of them. Other students received acceptance from various universities. Of note is Ms. Tajna Miles, a former pre-university science student who was accepted to study at the prestigious Howard University. Our students also garner lucrative local and foreign scholarships due to their stellar academic performance and their community development. These include scholarships from the Ministry of Education, Youth and Information, National Commercial Bank, Burger King, and the Montego Bay, the Mobe City Run, to name a few. We are exceedingly proud of our exceptional graduates who continue to be trailblazers and uphold the high ideals of academic excellence and leadership engendered at this noble institution. Students enrolled in our associate degree programs are engaged in important practical work, which immerses them in their chosen disciplines, facilitating excellence in these areas. Our students not only excel academically, but they are actively involved in diverse areas of college life and community service. One of our own, Miss Emily Williams, a former student of pre-university arts, published an anthology entitled Soaring with Verse of Passion, and it is available for sale on Amazon. We also cater to the holistic development of our students through our annual Student Development Seminar. This prepares them for the world of work or for further studies. Students are engaged in numerous workshops and conferences to improve their professional development. I must admit that I am a part of a faculty that boasts highly trained, competent, and diligent lecturers who work assiduously to ensure that their students achieve their full potential. Oftentimes, industry personnel with a wealth of knowledge are invited to provide practical expertise to our students. So my students, my prospective students in virtual space, if you are interested in a career in law, journalism, or public relations, then pre-university arts is the program for you. If your interest lies in banking, entrepreneurship, or management, pre-university business is an option. If you are passionate about the medical sciences, natural sciences, or agricultural sciences, we can definitely accommodate you in the pre-university and preliminary sciences program. Do you visualize yourself as a social worker, psychologist, or counselor? We can certainly assist you with our associate degrees in psychology and social work. Are you interested in law enforcement or cybersecurity? Then speak to us about our associate degree in criminal justice. The Faculty of Arts, Natural, and Social Sciences, FANS, I'm sure you're a fan by now, is pleased to open our doors to you. And this is where diligence, dedication will result in your excellence. So please contact us at the email address, which is fans, FANSS, at mbcc.edu.jm. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Ms. Rachel Porter Linton. She told you that a few years ago she was a student in the Faculty of Arts and Natural and Social Sciences, and I can boast to that a few years ago, I was a member of that faculty as well, just a few years ago. And look at us now, because of that faculty. Look at us now. So your future awaits you right here at Montego Bay Community College. Don't delay. Delay is danger. Get starting now. Now, I'm monitoring the chat, and I note that some students are saying they have not received a package. And maybe the reason why you have not yet received your package is because you have not brought in all the documents that you should bring in. You got a summary when you applied, and that summary indicated what documents are required to finalize and to finish your application and to get you registered. So if you have not yet brought in all of those documents, you need to do so by the end of this week into next week. We'll accept you up to next week. Make sure you bring in those documents, and as soon as you bring in those documents, you will also be hearing from us in terms of your packages for registration. I'm going to also encourage you as we go to the final presentation to sending your questions right now. We are monitoring the chat. We are noting your questions, and we are going to answer them in a little while. At this time, we're going to hear from our Dean of Workforce, the Workforce Division, Mrs. Spence Robinson. We're going to welcome her to the microphone.
Good afternoon, everyone. And we have heard from all our faculty deans at the Montego Bay Community College. What we have not heard, however, is from what is popularly known as continuing ed, evening school, evening college, workforce development. Well, that's who we are. Workforce Development and Continuing Education is the arm of the Montego Bay Community College that caters to the working adults. So before, you would have been hearing an appeal more so to the persons who have just left high school and are coming in for what is informally called day school. However, as the Workforce Division, we're involved in the development of our personnel for the world of work. Persons who are already out in the field, we're catering to those persons. So who are some of who are those persons? What categories do they fall in? We're catering to working individuals who would like to continue their education. We're catering to those who have left secondary school. They did not complete their formal education for varying reasons. Maybe they dropped out of school, maybe because of illness. So they did not complete formal secondary education in the usual time frame. Those individuals who wish to work but want to study at the same time. Those who would like to perhaps change their career path. Those who are already employed in industry but seek promotion opportunities. Those who do not wish to relocate in order to study. So we're talking to you, those of you who are students, young students who are coming into the Montego Bay Community College, and we want you to talk to your aunts and uncles and cousins and moms and dads. And so all of you adults who are there in the audience, we're appealing to you. So you are the persons we're speaking to at this particular point in time. What is it that we're inviting you to do? Now, you would have heard about the programs from the other faculties, and we do offer those in the Workforce Division as well. However, let me highlight some of what we offer, some of our more exciting programs that are available there, and perhaps some of them are not available in the daytime. Some of you may even be having second thoughts when you hear some of what we are doing in the Workforce Division. So we have our associate degrees, And one of those associate degrees we're looking at is the agricultural technology degree. And this degree is so important at this particular point in time because we're thinking of food security, we're thinking of food availability. We're looking at areas in the technology, in the agricultural technology, where we're including technologies to look at greenhouse technology. We're looking at areas of aquaponics, aeroponics. We're looking at hydroponics, apiculture, climate smart agriculture, precision technologies such as use of drones. How do we do that? Drip irrigation. So all of these areas are areas that you will encounter as you study agricultural technology. So we have to look at how we produce the food that we need to have, and all of that we consider when we're pursuing our studies in agricultural technology. We have an associate degree in agro-processing and business management, and our agro-processing takes agricultural technology to another step. It is another side. So you may not want to be the producers of the food, but you may want to take what is grown and you will then process that or make that into value-added products. And so agro-processing delivers courses such as food engineering, post-harvest technology, what we do with what is grown, food processing, agribusiness finance and management. So you may not want to do agricultural technology, but certainly agro-processing and business management is another closely related area. We talk about health and wellness, and we have a whole ministry of health and wellness, but we also have an associate degree in health and wellness tourism. And in that associate degree, we have courses such as spa techniques. We're looking at wellness coaching, alternative treatments and therapies. And here we are in a pandemic where the focus is so much on our immune systems and our health awareness. And so this is an ideal program to be looking at for persons who are looking for an area that they can become established in. It's a growth area and an area that you might want to consider or recommend other persons to. Then we look at funeral service and mortuary science. And having provided the food, having increased the shelf life of those foods by processing them and allowing us to enjoy some semblance of food availability and security, and having built up our immune systems or learning how to do that, there is the ultimate demise, which is a path that many people have to walk. And so the funeral service and mortuary science industry, they are now able to access an associate degree, an accredited associate degree in funeral service and mortuary science, and it is the only one in the Caribbean. So here is an area, it is a growth area, and we have noticed that, especially in these circumstances, but it is a part of life. Some of the areas that are included are like embalming, restorative art and cosmetology, and we cater to funeral directors. These are persons who are probably already in the industry but would like to get certified training. There are morgue attendants, managers, embalmers, and other practitioners who are in the industry. And so this is a program which is of particular interest. Young persons have enrolled in this program. Lots of our students, however, are practitioners in the industry. Social work is another program that we offer. And again, in this particular climate, it highlights the need for persons with these skills, or social workers. All these associate degrees are 2 years in duration. They're relevant. They all contain entrepreneurship components and work experience components to ensure that persons have the requisite hand-on experience that is required for them to become well-rounded workers or business persons. Right? They establish their own businesses out of these programs. We also offer, of course, associate degrees in information and communication technology. That one is new for our division. and we have our business administration and hospitality and tourism associate degrees. And we don't just stop at the associate degrees, we also facilitate persons, again in the workforce, who want to go further, having done their associate degrees. So we have a bachelor degree in management information systems, and of course, technology is the backbone of the digital economy. Again, in this climate, this has been brought home so forcefully. So why not advance in your bachelor degree in management information systems? We have a social work bachelor degree as well. We also know the importance of psychosocial support, and hence persons being trained not just at the associate degree level, but at the bachelor degree level. We have a plant science offering as well, and this is in collaboration with CASE, College of Art, Science and Education. And that program has been revised and includes areas, optional areas, such as medicinal horticulture and biofortification. We offer business administration with majors in accounting, human resource management, marketing, as well as finance and management. And we also offer hospitality and tourism management degree with majors in hospitality management and tourism and entertainment management. These programs are 2 years in duration, qualifying, however, for entry with an associate degree, an appropriate associate degree in the specific area. Now, how does one get into these programs? There are persons at that we're catering to who may not have formal qualifications, who may not have done CSEC subjects. So beyond the CSEC qualifications, for the standard CSEC qualifications for the programs that we offer, or the associate degree for the bachelor degree level of the program, we also use the NVQJ level 3 and level 4 qualifications. We have persons who may not have formal qualifications, as we said before, but we are able to accept them using the mature entry and prior learning assessment options. This requires that the candidate is 25 years old, at least 25 years old, with 5 years work experience, and a portfolio documenting their work experience and professional development courses. Any awards or voluntary service is prepared and provided to assist with them getting into the program to pursue that particular associate degree that they are aspiring to. We also have short courses if someone just desires a skill upgrade or they want specialized skills. We have short certificate courses, minimum 12 weeks in duration, and some of those courses are supervisory management, there's project management, there are areas in apiculture, greenhouse technology, post-harvest technology, mortuary practice and management, funeral service business management, digital marketing. Those are just some of the short courses that are available to our target groups. Now, why would you want to study part-time or do your continuing education with the Workforce Development and Continuing Education Division at the Montego Bay Community College? Now, my colleagues have spoken before about the quality lecturers and the types of industry professionals that are involved in our lecturing. Our student support services are also excellent. We do have student support services for our part-time students. We're able to provide them with the level of psychotherapy and psychosocial support that they need. We have our programs are affordable, and you heard before 7 persons, I'm now the 7th person saying this, that we have flexible payment arrangements. Our principal has indicated you pay $30,000 and you are able to, as the first payment that you would make, and you're able to make an arrangement and have a plan to complete how you would pay for that particular year. The courses are accessible. We have a blended approach to delivery. We're able to deliver fully online for most courses. We use Microsoft Teams platform for synchronous or live sessions. We have our Moodle VLE, Moodle Virtual Learning Environment, for assessments and acts also as our electronic knapsack. We have multiple approaches to matriculating, as we indicated earlier. We provide contactless business services such as online applications, online payments, online registration. We have an academic advisory system in place for our mature students. We have a student leaders network where there is communication and feedback with the administration and with the students, with the student body. And we have our student management system, an electronic system, iSIMS. Our physical facilities and grounds are excellent. You will see those when you come here. Our library is up to date with print and electronic resources, including online databases and labs. We have and have had in the past and kept our cafeteria, our tuck shop, and our soup stand for evening students. You can come in, get your hot soup and your roll. And we have our multiple conference rooms for student presentations, conference rooms such as this one. We know, we have said it before, applications are still open. We're processing students, and as you come in, send in your application, we process you. You can go online and apply online if you have not done so. If you have and you're still stalling, hurry and come in. And our email address, you can contact us, workforce@mbcc.edu.jm. All right? We look forward to seeing you here at Montego Bay Community College as a part of the Workforce Development and Continuing Education Division. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Mrs. Spence Robinson. One of the things I love about Montego Bay Community College is the flexibility that we offer here. If you want to work and study, we cater for you. Those who want to, for example, I like our bachelor's degrees, 2 + 2. 2 years, you get an associate degree, and you can decide to go and work with that associate degree, come in the evening school while you're working and do another 2 years, and then you get a bachelor's degree. Lots of flexibility. So we're waiting for you here at Montego Bay Community College. Now, I told you that we had the last presentation, but I'm very happy to let you know, when I watched the chat, I saw a lot of questions about registration, application. So I'm glad that our registrar is in the room, and she's going to address those questions that you have sent us, the acceptance letters and the registration process. So I'm going to invite Mrs. Ritgard to share with you at this time.
Good afternoon, everyone. As mentioned, my name is Monique Ridgard. I am the college registrar. And what I'll talk to you about this morning is a little about our application process, just in case you have not applied as yet, what happens after you apply, and also what happens once you're accepted. So, in order to apply, you will need to complete an online application. And in order to do so, we invite you to go to our website, www.mymbcc.edu.jm, and you complete your online application there. Now, I must say thanks to our principal, because this year there is no application fee, so you don't need to worry about that. But once you have completed your online application, you'll need to submit your documents. And these documents are outlined in the email that you receive once you successfully upload your online application. Now, just to give you an idea of what some of these are: your birth certificate, 2 passport size photographs. If you have your CXC results, we expect that you'll take in your CXC qualifications. If you have not got your results yet, having done them this year, then we still encourage you to apply. We'll know that you don't have your CXC results as yet. We also would like a recommendation letter and the completed confidential referee report form. And information about all these documents is included in that confirmation email that you will receive once you have submitted your online application. Now, After you have submitted your online application and you take in all documents that we ask you to submit, then we go through and verify that all that is there is there. If everything that we ask for is on your application, then your application is considered complete. Some of you may have gotten some calls to say that your application is incomplete and these documents are needed. We urge you to take those documents in because classes will begin soon, and so we don't want you to miss out on anything. So as quickly as you can get those information, those documents, take them in so we can begin fully processing your documents. Once a complete application has been identified, it is moved over to our deans who will review our application and make a decision. If there is anything on the application that requires further contact, our deans will make contact with you via phone or email and get that sorted out. Once the deans have made a decision, they will email you the acceptance package. So you have to be monitoring your email address, and it's important that whatever email address you have included on your online application, it is one that is valid and one that you are checking on a constant basis, all right? So you can expect to receive a response to your application once it's complete within a day, 2 days, 3 days at most. Currently, that is what we're trying to do because we realize that classes will begin soon, so we're trying to ensure that the turnaround is as short as possible. All right. For those persons who would have received their acceptance packages, initially, what we were doing is sending out via email your acceptance information. So if you were fully qualified, meaning that you had all your documents in, all your CXC results, we would have sent you an email to say you're fully qualified. You will get another email which contains your acceptance documents. If you were, depending on the program you did, if you were outstanding math, then you would have gotten what we call a provisional letter. And we would have also indicated in that email that you would get your package at a later date. If you were pending your CXC results, meaning that you did them this year and you have not received them as yet, then you would have gotten an email to say that you were on a wait list or you were given a conditional offer. Now we have made some changes and we have finalized our packages, and so persons have been receiving from the various faculty deans their actual acceptance package. So persons who fully qualify, you're getting what is called a full acceptance package, and you'll see that name on your acceptance letter. Those who, depending on the program you're doing, you do not have CXC Maths, for example, or associate in business administration or associate in hospitality and tourism management and so on, you would have gotten a provisional acceptance letter. And also you'll need to look at the acceptance letter to see the type that you received. For those persons who are pending CXC results, you would have gotten what we call a special provisional offer. And this special provisional offer was made after an agreement was arrived at when we looked at various things and we decided, okay, we're gonna give you the opportunity to start the program, and you'll have 1 year within which to complete your matriculation requirements, because we know that you don't have your CXCs and we know that you won't get them before the start of school. So we gave you what we call a special provisional offer, which will allow you up to 1 year once you begin the program to fully matriculate for that program, or what this means is to get all the required documents, all the required qualifications for this program. Now, once those persons who get the special provisional offer receive their CXC results, which we expect at the end of September, we expect that you'll take that information in. It must be a certified copy of your CXC results, and that needs to be taken in. If you don't get the subjects that you need to get, again, you have at least 1 year by the end of your first year to satisfy the matriculation requirements for your program. If you're not sure what the matriculation requirements for your program is, you can always go to our website, that's www.mbcc.edu.jm, and check under the programs tab, and you'll see the requirements for each program. All right? Of note, however, is that our pre-university applicants, you still have not yet received your acceptance package because we have to await your CXC results in order to know what CAPE units you'll be eligible to do. So for those persons, they're the only applicants that to date have not yet received an acceptance package. But once your results become available, we urge that you send them in quickly to the FAN's email address so that you can get your acceptance information. If there's anyone out there who has not yet applied and you're still awaiting your results, please go ahead and do so. That will not stop you from getting your application processed. So please go ahead and submit your application right away. Now we actually began we're in our second day of registration for those who have collected their packages already. And within your package, you would have received your registration schedule. So if you have gotten an acceptance package, I urge you to go back and look at it. You would have received your registration schedule apart from your acceptance letter and some additional documents. Please read through all that you have received so that you're fully familiar with what you need to do, what documents you need to take in on your registration date, and what you'll need to do on your registration date. Now, as I think it has been mentioned before, you can register with a minimum of $30,000, and we encourage you as well to complete the K-13 application document that you will take in on your registration date. So please look at the schedule for your registration, and once you come in to register, on that same day, we're also trying to ensure that you get your college ID, and that you also, we're making the effort to ensure that you can access our student management system. All right. All right. So we understand that you would have, some persons would have received their acceptance package before the lockdown was announced by the Prime Minister. And so what we're doing, we're accommodating you as you come in. So for persons who missed the registration date on Monday, you can come in, you could have come in yesterday, but if you didn't get a chance, you can come in today. We're still registering, or tomorrow. For next week, the persons who will be affected by the Monday lockdown, you can come on Wednesday. And for those who will be affected by the Tuesday lockdown, you can come on Thursday. All right, we made it that you have at least 3 opportunities before the start of school for you to come in with your registration documents. So please follow the schedule. If you miss the registration date, come in on the next available date and we'll accommodate you. All right, just to mention as well that your acceptance package, that acceptance letter, it outlines your full fees for the academic year. It also outlines all other information that you'll need, the agreements that you'll need to sign, the breakdown for your fees, all of that. So, but if you have any questions concerning your application, your acceptance package that is, you may feel free to email the deans at the email address that was provided, or you can contact us, the registry, at the admissions email, which is admissions@mbcc.edu.jm. And I think that's it. You can send any questions you have at this time in the chat, and we'll try as best as possible to answer it. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much, Ms. Regard, for that information. Ladies and gentlemen, we have been with you for a while. You have sent in the questions, we have noted them. I think that we have responded to many of them already, but I think Doc needs to address a number of questions. But let me say it again. Applications are still open, because I see some people come into the chat late and they didn't hear it. So we are repeating it for emphasis. Applications are still open. There are questions here, Doc, about the K13 program, how they can apply, where's the application form, how can they apply? Someone is asking, if I left school in 2018, can I? So Doc is going to answer all those questions right now.
Thank you, Mr. Warren. So let me go back to the K13 sixth form pathway grant that the government provides for students. You must be completing your CXC exams and getting your results for this academic year, 2020-2021, meaning you have finished your CSEC exams in June, July of this year, 2021, if you have cleared 5 CXC subjects, inclusive of English language and mathematics, and 3 other subjects, you will qualify for that grant. So the person who asked, they did CXC and they have those 5 subjects, if they would qualify for the grant, the answer is no. It is for students who have completed this academic year in their high school, and the ministry wants you to continue for 2 additional years, and they know that the high schools cannot accommodate all the students, so they have asked the tertiary institutions, including Montego Bay Community College, to take on these students. So if you have done the exams from 2018, you would not qualify. The students who have asked about the grant for the Cape said that in the chat that they will not get their results until later on. It doesn't matter when you get the results, as long as you get the required subjects as I indicated, you are going to have $60,000 deducted from your fees if you get the English language, the mathematics, and 3 others. Mr. Warren, I hope that is clear to all of them. Whether you're applying for full-time or part-time, meaning in the evening, because I saw one student ask if this is only for the full-time students. No. If you're applying for full-time or part-time and you have gotten these CXC subjects this academic year and you want to get into the social work, was the one I saw, you will get the grant if you have those 5 subjects, as long as you sat those examinations in June, July of 2021.
There's a question about initial fee payment. How much minimum I have to pay to be registered?
The agreement that we have reached is for students to make a payment of $30,000, $30,000. So all students who have applied, you are required, regardless of what the fees are, to make an initial payment of $30,000. If you want to pay your full fees, that is fine. If you want to pay in 2 parts and pay half in semester 1 as indicated on the document that you have received and half in semester 2, that is fine. But if you're having financial challenges, you are allowed to make a deposit of $30,000. And that will allow you to register and start your program. The programs that will start on September the 27th are all the programs except our CAPE subject students. These students must get the CSEC results for us to determine what of the CAPE subjects you are going to do. We cannot place you in a biology class and you will not have cleared your biology from your CSEC. We cannot place you in a history class, for example, and you have not yet received the results. So what we're doing with those CAPE students is to allow them to come in on our orientation as of the 20th. So all students who have applied to Montego Bay Community College will be part of our orientation exercise. When we get your results, we are hoping that we'll get your results by the end of September, so classes for the CAPE students will start on October the 4th. That is the plan we have for the CAPE students. We're going to engage the CAPE students, just like we engage the others, in their faculty discussions, the simulation exercises, how you're going to use the platform that we are going to be operating on, because we are operating on the Moodle platform and the Microsoft Teams platform. We're going to be doing some simulation exercises with you so that you can understand how to maneuver the platforms, and all of that is going to be done with you right up until you start classes on October the 4th. The other students who are doing all the associate degrees and the bachelor's degrees, You will have your orientation on the 21st with everybody else, and the 20th on the 21st of September, and we'll start the process of the simulation, get you in your faculty so that you understand how to maneuver the platform, and class will begin for you on the 27th. Why we're doing this is because of the lockdown days that has impacted what we're doing here at the institution. We have no choice. The college has to be closed on Monday and Tuesday. It has delayed what we wanted to do, and so it's pushing us back by a week. So we're hoping to get you in, all your requirements done. So persons who have stated in the chat that they have sent in their documents and they have not heard from us, if you have sent in all your documents, as I see Sanique Cooper, and I'm going to check on that one for her, she indicated that she sent in all her documents, but she has not heard from us from social work. So Mrs. Robinson is going to look at that for me and see where the problem is. One student indicated that they want to know if they can still apply for the funeral service and mortuary science. Most definitely. Go right ahead, fill in the application, submit all the things that must be done online so that we can respond to you immediately to get you started, your process for the 27th of September. Pardon me? Oh, City and Guilds is offered to our students who are doing our Pathway 2 from the Ministry of Education. So we offer the City and Guilds English and mathematics, numeracy and literacy. Those two are the ones that we're offering through the City and Guild. Any more questions, Mr. Warren? That you want me to jump into?
Covered the major ones for you. And yeah, thank you very much. I think we have, dealt with most of the questions that have appeared in the chat.
Somebody said I should repeat the orientation date again. Just tell them September the 20th and September the 21st.
So the orientation date, September 20 and 21.
All online.
All online. You won't have to come in. So, pay attention. Ladies and gentlemen, we are trying to keep you informed. So keep, checking your emails. Keep watching the website on our Instagram page. Things are changing so rapidly. We have to adjust here at the college, and sometimes we have to make changes, but we will keep you informed as we make those changes. Some of you have asked,
should the students wear uniform for registration?
Should the students wear uniform for registration? No, you do not have to wear a uniform to come and register. Just dress appropriately. Okay? Yes, and you will be having your ID taken when you come to register. So if you want it to look like your glamour shot, then you have to dress glamorously. So, somebody's asking if, vaccines are mandatory. We don't determine that. It is the government, the Ministry of Education, that determines whether it will become mandatory for face-to-face classes. But of course, from our side, we are encouraging you to get vaccinated because we think that down the road, it might become a requirement. We don't know what the government, they did announce it earlier on, but they pulled back. We don't know what is coming down the line in terms of that. But to be safe, to save your own life, and the life of your family member, then you will get vaccinated. Remember, next week, Thursday, we are having the vaccination blitz right here at the college. So we are giving you the opportunity to come and get the vaccine free of charge. So,
Somebody asked again about the no movements day.
no movements days. Well,
Their registration day. Just tell them to
come in on the days where you can move. So if you got a letter said you should come in and register on a no movement day and you couldn't move, when you can move, come, because we can move too and we'll be here. All right? Okay, the faculty email addresses, I don't have them with me, but workforce at mbcc.edu.jm, and FANS, that's the Faculty of Arts and Natural Sciences, FANSS at mbcc.edu.jm, and business, FBGS at mbcc.edu.jm, and the final faculty, hospitality, HTCS at mbcc.edu.jm. So consult, if you have any further question, consult your faculty, send them an email, they'll respond to you. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us. Again, if you miss anything, you can go back and watch the video. It is there available. Encourage your parents when they come home later on to come as well. Again, applications are still open. Don't delay. Come to Montego Bay Community College. We're waiting for you. Thank you very much and enjoy the rest of your day.